Hello everyone, you are on our YouTube channel, and today we have for you an exciting review of the awesome Overweight Farming mod that will greatly improve your farming in Minecraft. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Your support is very important to us and helps us grow the channel and release new videos. Without wasting a second, let's take a look at today's review. Let's go! Let's start with the first and most important mechanic of this mod. Growing giant plant varieties instead of their usual final stage from vanilla Minecraft. As you can see in this potato field, several potatoes have grown as a huge solid block rather than small plants. This event is really rare and is considered a real lucky one, especially if you manage to catch it in survival mode. Imagine how amazing it would be to harvest such crops and use them in your adventures. Let's take a closer look at how it works and what other interesting things the mod offers. The frequency of giant crops appearing on the beds is significantly affected by the current time of day in the game. If it is daytime, giant plants will appear much less frequently than at night. This means that you should pay attention to the time of day when you are farming, as nighttime offers more chances for these rare and impressive crops to grow. So, plan your actions and choose the right time to harvest your crops to maximize your chances of success. You won't be able to turn vanilla plants into their giant varieties with bone meal, so you'll just have to hope for luck. However, there are some additional features in the mod that can help you out. And one item that will make you luckier is a straw hat. This hat cannot be crafted. It is only available through trading with farmers who have reached the maximum level. This unique item, when worn, adds only 1 unit of armor, similar to the vanilla leather helmet. However, despite its modest protection, it has a special charm and can be the highlight of your look in the game. This hat provides a unique bonus. When wearing it, you will have an increased chance of growing giant crops. It also has an original 3D model, similar to the one used by the villagers. In addition, you can rename the hat on the anvil and embed it in a shroud to get a secret skin that makes your character look like he's holding a straw in his mouth. The basic mechanics are pretty straightforward. Now let's take a closer look at the giant crops themselves. Crops that grow in this fashion include potatoes, which look like a solid and large block. When you destroy a potato, it will fall out as an item that you can install later. If you use a hoe, however, you will get a large amount of regular potatoes. Sometimes you may come across its green and poisonous alternative, which is an analog of the poisonous potato from Minecraft. It functions similarly to the regular potato, but it is worth noting that when growing it, such blocks have no haulm, unlike the regular non-poisonous potato. This adds an interesting element to the gameplay, as you need to be careful with what you grow. If you want, these large tubers can be baked by placing them directly over a campfire block. In this case, you will need to wait a little while until they are covered with an appetizing ruddy crust. After that, you can safely remove them and enjoy the flavor. Just remember to keep an eye on the process so you don't overcook them. In general, they function quite similarly. If you destroy them with your hand, they fall out as a block. And if you use a hoe, you get fried potatoes. If you wish, you can use an axe to peel the skin off a giant potato, getting vegetable skins. However, it's worth noting that this procedure only works with regular giant potatoes, not the baked or poisonous version. This adds an interesting element to resource gathering in the game. If you destroy a block with a hoe, you'll end up with significantly fewer vegetables compared to the peeled version. Next, we have carrots and beets, which function very similar overall. They don't have unique subspecies, but they can also be peeled using an axe to get the same vegetable peel and convert it into another kind of block. To get these vegetables as a block, you need to destroy them with your bare hand, and if you use a hoe, you will get the corresponding vegetables. An interesting detail is that when you harvest giant beets, you also get beet seeds, in addition to the vegetables themselves from your bed. Sometimes you can find giant apples growing among the oak forests. They consist of a solid block and a twig that is attached to the tree. When this twig is destroyed, the apple will fall to the ground like any other block with physics, such as sand. It can be mined using the previously described principle and will be a great source of apples. Interestingly, the twig we break off when picking the apple comes back when you set it back down. So in theory, you could even put apples back on trees if you wanted to. The block also has a golden variety, the giant golden apple, which is created from 8 golden blocks and 1 regular vanilla apple. Note that it doesn't have a solid block, but will work just like a regular apple, and can be placed or hung from a tree, however you prefer. Destroying it with a hoe will give you some golden apples, making it even more valuable. But there are other large fruits of the trees. These are cocoa beans. Their principle of operation is similar to what you saw earlier, but unlike apples, cocoa beans can also be skinned with an axe. When you do this, you will not only get the beans themselves, but also the peel. which can be used to create various blocks. Cocoa beans can be harvested from trees and they make a great addition to your garden. They can also be used to make delicious recipes or create unique items, making them a valuable resource in your game world. But what is this vegetable peel we get by sacrificing our crops for? Actually, it can be quite useful. The peels come in handy as feed for raising pigs, which can help you increase your herd and provide a steady source of meat. In addition, you can use the peels to create decorative blocks that will not only decorate your game world, but also help you store resources in a compact way. This way, you will be able to efficiently utilize every element of your harvest. Now, without getting too far from the jungle, let's discuss the changes regarding vanilla watermelons. Using a right-click axe, you can skin watermelons, resulting in red blocks. Just right-click on them to clear them of the pips, which also drop off as items. This process takes place in 2 stages, and in the 3rd stage, you will get a completely peeled watermelon. If you want to use these blocks as decorations and protect them from being peeled of pips, use bee honeycombs. By right-clicking, you can coat the watermelon with beeswax, which works similarly to the copper blocks. Now you can't get the pips out of the watermelons. If you need to extract the pips again, just use the axe on the right mouse button to remove the beeswax. In addition, you can interact with the peeled watermelon pulp by using a bottle to draw watermelon juice. This drink is a very useful item that you can drink even when you are completely satiated, as it will restore a few hams of satiety. It's great for pre-travel or fight prep. This mod is perfectly compatible with other mods, especially with the well-known farming mod, Farmer's Delight. If there is enough activity under this video, I will be happy to release a detailed review of this mod. It will be a great opportunity to delve into its features and capabilities, so feel free to leave your comments and likes. If you're not familiar with this mod, I'd now like to talk about its key compatibility features. First, the mod adds giant versions of the onion and cabbage. The cabbage in general is nothing special and works similarly to the other previously shown blocks. When destroyed, cabbage seeds also fall from it. As for the bulb, it can be skinned, and a large bush consisting of onion flowers will fall from it. This bush can be planted separately, and it will become a beautiful decorative element near your house, reminiscent of the flowers from vanilla Minecraft. You can also get 2 units of purple dye per bulb, making it even more useful for creating colorful items and decorations. It also adds handy recipes related to chopping on the cutting board. By putting giant vegetables, you'll be able to use a hoe to process them into various items. Blocks that can be skinned will be able to be worked with an axe right on the cutting board. In addition, a new block appears on the cutting board, vegetable compost, which has great uses. With its help, you will be able to create organic compost from the Farmer's Delight modification using more affordable recipes, which will make it much easier to fertilize your plants. That pretty much concludes today's video, as well as the functionality of this little mod. I hope you enjoyed it as much as the video itself. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, as well as leave your comments. And now we say goodbye and see you in the next Nominee Mods video. Good luck everyone, and see you all again.